Yes, ma'am, you can start now.
Is I'm audible to them, audience?
You can start, ma'am, no issues.
Sir, is my voice is audible to participants, no? Very good evening to all the participants and welcome you all for the one-day FDP on Build Your Future in Machine Learning and Artificial Intelligence, organized by PG Department of Computer Science and Application, ISLAMIAH Women's Arts and Science College. I welcome our secretary, principal, and vice principal who always support and encourage us in all the way. I would like to extend a warm greeting to Mr. R. Rajkumar, Assistant Professor of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. On behalf of ISLAMIAH Women's Arts and Science College, I welcome you, sir, and we are very much fortunate to have such a vibrant and eminent personality as today's presenter.
Thank you,
Thank you, yes, sir. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. Let me introduce Mr. Rajkumar with his short profile. Mr. Rajkumar is working as an assistant professor with more than 8 years of experience, and he is passionate on training, writing, research, and development. His expertise in artificial intelligence, brain-computer interface, e-learning, technologies, and virtual reality. His patent works are published in Intellectual Property India. His research work published in various international journals and presented in various national and international conferences. He is inviting to give speech about technologies and skills to various industries and institutions, Madras Management Association, Doordarshan, private televisions, and All India Radio. He authored a book called India 2030 and awarded as Inspiring Author of India 2018 by Indian Awards Kolkata. He also authored many technical articles. He awarded one of the 100 Youth Icon of India 2017 and Value Vision Award by Curtin University, Dubai, UAE. Currently, he is playing a professional member of many clubs, both international and national level. He has completed many major projects on IoT and currently working on 3 funded projects. So really, it's a great achievement at this short span of time. You have achieved a lot in your career. It's our pleasure to have such an eminent, energetic, and enthusiastic personality as today's speaker. It's our pleasure to welcome you once again. And over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the invite, and I am very much pleasure to have the webinar, especially in my own favorite subject called machine learning and artificial intelligence. And it is very close to my heart to always I speak about futuristic technologies with having good features of machine learning and artificial intelligence. So especially this is going to have a bright future in probably after 5 years. So now whatever we have systems, we have a computer, we have a PCs everywhere. The same for after 5 years, everywhere the AI system will be there. So this webinar, I am very much sure you may attend a lot of webinars, but today you will be going to have a kind of different experience. I want to make some experience on artificial intelligence. Okay, so we'll go for a presentation one by one. The topic is Build Your Future in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. Myself, Rajkumar, is a FDP program, and especially the computer science, the full. Just a minute. Okay. So it is the computer science department. Within the computer science department, we have artificial intelligence. So that's the computer science is the part of the science, right? So from the science and computer science, now it is artificial intelligence. Now I am very much sure. Now 4 o'clock time. So you are serious about you want to learn something new. Please don't be serious at all. This is not kind of a serious thing. We should have some kind of fun in artificial intelligence. Okay, that way we can learn more. You just think over it. Whenever you are in serious, your brain won't work, right? So whenever you are fun and whenever you are happy, really our brain will work. So better to have a it should be a fun feeling, right? Okay. Then artificial intelligence is a we have our intelligence, right? We have our own intelligence, and especially our six senses and everything. We have our own intelligence, but in our intelligence is something like millions and millions ago. Our intelligence is continuously improving, right? So after before 10 years our intelligence level is somewhat different, and now our intelligence level is somewhat different. So the same way artificial intelligence is also evaluating, and how it is evaluating is whatever we are doing. So it is a mimic, right? Whatever we are doing based on our copy, right? So what our activities and how our brain thinking and how we are thinking in a critical situation, and how we are handling the problems, how we are solving the problems. So it is everything is based on our own expertise. So based on our own expertise, we are doing the day-to-day activities. The same way, artificial intelligence also, we should have that kind of features in that artificial intelligence. Okay, we have to make a machine to think just like a human. So, I mean, probably this concept you should know it. Then we can go for next topics. Then and there. So we are the most intelligent creature in the world. So whatever artificial intelligence is from us, it is copying as artificial should be a intelligence. Now the artificial intelligence should have two features. One is it should be intelligent and it should be a more independent, right? So it should be intelligent means whatever we are doing, whether the small task or big task, whatever the task we are giving it, it has to apply its own intelligence, and it should be dependent. I mean, it should not be dependent. It always will be independent while the taking decision and applying into the task, right? So this kind of quality should have artificial intelligence. And India is among the top 5 countries globally when it comes to the number of just a minute, I'm just showing the slide. Okay, India is among the top 5 countries globally when it comes to the number of AI driven startups, especially the startups. Many factors are likely to play large role in AI will be in after 5 years, 2025. So the most products will be used by AI is 25, and AI, the companies now, whatever the companies using the data right now. So everyone will be going for the kind of.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Now it's visible.
Is it? Can you see the slides?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible, sir.
Okay.
You can proceed. Okay.
So the most of the products and most of the products will be 2025 will be the AI companies, right? So this way we have to visualize how the AI look like in the future, and especially the faculty and research scholar point of view, because today is a faculty development program, and especially for the faculty and research scholar point of view, we have to consider the every data should be useful. Every data, our day-to-day life data, and even attendance data, our medical data, and our progress data, our students' progress data, and our family health insurance data. Every data is useful. So we should not have the data in future. We should have a process data in the future. So every data we should be having a processing. For example, now what we are doing it now, our important documents we are just storing in a Google Drive, right? That is the data, right? So the same way we should have the processed data. So that the raw data is not at all useful. We should have a processed data by using a machine learning and algorithms, and then we can apply, and we can make a smart living. Okay. And the next one is, from the faculty and the research scholar point of view, we should apply the design thinking to the data. How the design thinking is applying? Because nowadays design thinking is a very famous word and phenomena. And first of all, you should have some design. Otherwise, you should have some plan. Otherwise, you should have some whatever the process. Okay, the process is not a within your process or other process. Okay, any other process, you should have some emphasize, and we have to define the process, and we have to ideate the process, and from the idea to we should have the prototype on it, and from the prototype we have to test it, and after the testing that can be useful for the society. Okay, so this each and every product or kind of each and every process we have to implement the design thinking principles. Okay, so from the emphasize to the testing and also deliver it. And one more thing, from the faculty and research scholar point of view, we should not address the global problems, right? Just like global warming or whatever. Okay, so we could not go for that much level. At least we can start with the local problems, our city problems and traffic problems, and now COVID-19 issue problems. We have to start with that kind of problems. Then we have to go for then gradually we have to apply the process into the global problems. Then we can easily set our goal, right? So that way we can progress it. For example, in you can see the picture. This is a Chennai near to Tirupattur station. There is a big road. Actually, that big road is not actually utilized by the vehicle, right? So there are a big roads, but the traffic is still there. And here there was a problem when the construction of the metro train. They didn't measure it how much ton the road can withstand. But before that, they just opened the traffic and it got collapsed. The same way nowadays, everywhere in COVID-19, after the lockdown, we have to go and start our normal working hours. In that time, we have to check with our thermal scan. So we have to enable the thermal scan in the door. And if the thermal scan is below 35 to 41 degrees Celsius only, Fahrenheit only, we can able to enter the door. The door should be automated. We should not touch it, right? So this is the small examples in a AI. Okay, we have to apply the data and we have to apply some AI concepts in it, so that we can apply anything in our local problems, so that gradually we can apply for the global problems. And one more thing is, we have to convert the projects to AI enabled. Whatever the projects, okay, maybe the project of IoT, and projects of financial domain, and the projects of any kind of software. Okay, so every project we have to convert, any department, even the some kind of mechanical projects and civil projects or any other projects, we have to convert into the AI enabled project. So if we are converting with the AI enabled projects, what is the competitive advantages means? Nearly 84% of people in worldwide, they have agreed, for that AI driven project should have a competitive advantage. So it will withstand, maybe if you are doing the project with the AI enabled, so the project will be withstand up to 5 to 6 years. So, and it can establish a new business, and easily you can enter the market, real market, right? And it can easily having the competitors incubated with the competitors, and we can reduce, actually due to the smartness, we can reduce the cost, and the suppliers can be the product and services, anything we can achieve it. And also the customers will be happy, and they will be eager to get the AI products. So that is the thing. Okay. So we have to convert the projects into AI products. So AI should be enabled. And also, whatever I already told it, the projects should have the deadline, but the product, it doesn't have a deadline. Okay. So the product, we are, whatever we are doing especially in academics, we always consider the project, right? So we first we do some project and we publish the paper and we do some prototype, and if it is a good prototype, we can go for a patent. And after that, no, everything is only the documents, and we don't have enough products from the academic side. Only industries, only they're releasing the actually the products. But in academic, there is no much products, right? But if you compare with the Western countries, just like UK and USA, there are a lot of products from the academic side. So we have to concentrate on, because AI, we have a free tool. There are a lot of free tool is available. No need of spending money on hardware, right? The hardware also, we have a simulators, and we can work out with the prototype. Okay, as much as whatever we can do, we can work out with the prototype, and that prototype we can make it as a product. So product 1 can be released, after that product 2 can be released, and product 3 can be released, so that it is going for endless process. And especially students and research scholars and faculties club together, then they can work for this kind of product achievements. And one more thing, from the faculty and research scholars point of view, we have to convert and create a user for your product. For example, if you want to do a mobile app, so just like our WhatsApp, okay, you can do the WhatsApp mobile app. So there are a lot of mobile apps are available, but how the WhatsApp only became famous, how the Facebook only became famous? There are a lot of social media, but because they have think from the design thinking point of view, they are thinking from the customer point of view. Okay, so then we can always do some kind of gradual changes, and also we have to improve our quality, and whatever the getting the feedback, we have to address the feedback, and we have to deliver it then and there. So whatever you are doing the products, just make a awareness, and from the awareness, the people may be consider your product, and after that they will have your service, otherwise they will buy your product. And after that, they should have a pride on that. So whatever, for example, now the iPhone global conference is going on, so iPhone users, they are actually the proud of they are using the product, so that the loyalty we are giving it. Okay, whatever they are paying it, we have to give the value more than that. Okay, so I am not a business person, I'm a pure technical person only. But if we don't have a business, we don't have technology. Business is the main. If we have a business only, there is a usage of technology. If there is no business and we don't have any working on it, okay, we whatever we language we know it, it is useless for us, because it should create some revenue. It should create, the users can be use the product. Okay, so that way only I am telling again and again, the faculty and research scholar point of view, how to create a product instead of the project. Okay, then that if you are giving a very good product, then automatically your your buyers or your user or your service people, they will get back to you, and they will give you they will take care everything. So no need of give you, only you have to you know just manufacture the product, or you have to develop the product and then deliver it. Okay, other than that, they will take care. Okay, so this way we have to think over it. And yeah, now we can move for AI and machine learning stuffs, and get set and wait. Before ready, you just wait for some time. Why I am telling it, nowadays there are so many webinars going on, you're always sitting for so much of webinars, and especially in these pandemic days, um, this kind of webinars is actually making your life better. Okay, so that way you should think over it. Only for sake of certificate, please don't attend it. Okay, whether they are giving a certificate or not, whether it is useful, So you have to think your point of view and you just go and attend it. Okay. So that way, why I'm telling, and nowadays we are always sitting with our laptop and sitting with your mobile phone. Every time we are sitting with your mobile phone, but there are so many impact on it. You will be getting so much problem on it if you are having always sitting with your mobile or laptops. So I just address with the two to three slides, and after that we will go for our webinar. Okay, this is just a we have how we have to sit it. Okay, in webinars, otherwise we are using the system. So this kind of good practice, we have to do it. So whenever you are sitting with a table and a chair, you have to sit like this. And whenever you are seeing the system, you have to see like this. It should be a 90 degree angle on your shoulder as well as your back. And especially when you are sitting with your mobile or when you are sitting with your mobile or any kind of laptops, when you are sitting chair or somewhere else, so that also should be every time we have to sit like this. Okay, 90 degree angle, we have to face your screen like this. Okay, so why I am telling is, if you are facing like this 90 degree angle, only the pressure will come only 0. I mean the 5 kg pressure only will be here. If you are bending about 30 degree, 18 kg pressure will come, and if you are bending 24 kg, I mean 45 degree, 24 kg pressure will come, and 70 degree, and so much of pressure for your neck, because you cannot be concentrate on it. So you will be comfortable only, but maybe 5 to 10 minutes. But after that, you will be comfortable. Okay, this is the advice from all the doctors, especially for nowadays, and maybe 1 month or 2 months we have to sit always like this. So we have to make sure you will be going for the first kind of posture. Okay, and some people, they already find out the kind of solution. Excuse me, I think the slide is not visible. Just a minute. Okay, so the slide is this. Okay, so this is the posture which I have told. We have to sit like this, and this is the when we are sitting in down, and this is the cages. Okay. Okay, and we can go move for our slide. Now, the first slide is, okay, now get set, ready, go. First one is speech recognition. The speech recognition is especially for artificial intelligence. This is the first one. How we are, whatever we are speaking, that should be understand, right? That should be understand by the computer or machine. Okay, then only it can replay. So how the speech recognition actually happens? So before that, is everything is actually the analog signal. Okay, whatever we are speaking, it's a voice. Okay, so it is kind of heads. Whatever we are speaking, it is the analog signal. That analog signal should be digitalized, and then only it can recognized by the artificial intelligence. Okay, and this girl, I use the smart girl. Okay, she will be the whole session she will be here, and her presence will be there. Okay, and because why I am telling, please don't be serious. Okay, whenever you are seeing the slide, you can be just seeing the cartoon character, and we have to, whenever we are learning it, and our mind will be very much light and polite, right? So that way I use some small cartoon character, and so that will your mind will be making some cool. Okay, it's just a try for a while. Okay, so now based on the speech recognition, how the accent, what is the accent? Okay, whether the English, I mean Tamil or Hindi or whatever the accent. Okay, whether the American accent or UK accent or Indian accent, how we are speaking it. what are the language actually is that whether the Tamil or Telugu or Malayalam, and how the who's spoken, and emotion, whether while I'm speaking, whether I'm much emotional, and who is speaking, whether the girl or boy, and who is speaking. Okay, I mean the name. I mean, especially if you are 10 people are speaking, whether the known people or unknown people. So that way, so these are the things are there. So especially with the statistical recognition, statistical learning, so these are the things are there. So then we can enable with our content, okay, so that we can go for our actual machine learning process. Only everything is kind of refreshment. Some people, they already know it, okay, but if you know also, I will explain in the some other way. I just trying to explain into most simpler way how you are taking it. Very much lightly you can take it, and that will actually set in your memory. Okay, this whole 1 hour you will be getting through every concept of machine learning. I'm very much sure on it. I have simplified the content, and I'm delivering it. Okay, please be with me. Okay. And the second one is nowadays we are doing the phone conversation with the recorded voice. Okay, whenever we are pressing one, we will be hearing something else. And sometimes, especially in caller tunes, when we are selecting the caller tunes, we are singing some song. It will recognize it, and that caller tune will be automatically setting by using IVR systems. Okay, this is also part of the AI, how our species recognition by the system, and how it is responded as much as optimal way. Okay, this is the IVR system. And the next one, speech to text, especially for whenever we are speaking, that can be makes a text. If you having a Google in your Google voice recognition software, when you are speaking it, that can be automatically recognized as a text, and based on that, that will be getting a replay. Okay, this is the speech to text. And text processing and language generation. So in a chatbots and text analytics engines, so they are doing the text processing. So whenever you are entering the some kind of spelling mistakes, so that can be automatically corrected. And whenever just a simple example, if you are entering the Google, you're just entering the where is the good in India. Okay, I mean top 10 good colleges in India. So if you are in colleges, you have given a C, instead of CO, you are just giving CE. But even though it is giving the perfect results, okay, so that is the text processes and text analyzing. And chatbots nowadays, maximum every websites having their own chatbots. Okay, so instead of attending a phone call, you can go and check with your chatbots, and then you can proceed. Okay, so this kind of things is a part of the artificial intelligence. And machine translation from Tamil to Hindi or English to Malayalam or whatever the language, we can translate either way from any language to any language. Okay, so this kind of things also possible, and using machine translation in especially in AI with voice kind of features. So how it is doing it? So first example, it is converting from the analog audio and to digital audio. Digital form is covering completely one and zeros. It's an encrypted one, right? So that even nowadays there are a lot of smart devices for home appliances. For automatic smart home appliances came. Siri, I mean Apple Siri, and Google, I mean the normal Google voice, and Amazon, they are releasing one more smart devices. So it's it's just like our own family member. Okay, we can just buy the speaker, and then we can keep it in our hall, and whatever we are doing it, and whatever we are speaking it with them, and it is responding, and also it is acting. Whatever for example, if we want some if we want to order some goods in e-commerce, that will be ordered. Okay, so this is the smart way of living by using AI, especially the voice recognition softwares. And the next topic is symbolic learning. So the college which is located, ISLAMIAH college, is in VANIYAMBADI. And artificial intelligence, how it is whenever we are seeing some text, so far we have seen only about the verbal thing. Okay, it's only for by using the words how it is doing. Okay, now we just seeing the picture or images or videos, how it is responded by the system. So this way, whether the what is the language and whether it is the kind of no, whether it's a signal, you can see the next slide. Yeah, this slide. Yeah, this slide. Whether it's a traffic and whether it's a car or person or building or traffic light. So this way we can have it by using a computer vision. Computer vision is also part of the symbolic learning. Yeah. So this symbolic learning is useful for the gaming application. So if you are doing some gaming, especially kind of image kind of gaming, so that will be taking as an input, and from the input, it has to go apply the gaming rule, and from the gaming rule, whether you are doing with the one-to-one, otherwise the system itself will play. So anything that will take care, and then it will working with the algorithm, and then going for the final steps. Okay. So this way we can think over it for a symbolic learning. So this is the part of the AI. And another one is the computer vision. The computer vision in nowadays, it has a lot of application, especially with the structured data and semi-structured data and unstructured data or streaming data. So whatever we are doing it, I am speaking with with you by using the YouTube Live. That is a streaming data. Unstructured data means any kind of whatever your systems in C drive, how many folders are there, everything is unstructured data. And semi-structured means the process of HTML or XML, these kind of data are semi-structured. And structured data, it should be in our database, right? So number of rows and columns. So from that, we have to take whatever the image we are giving it, that can be pre-processed it. And after that, the image database will be there. It should be comparing it. And after that, it gives the results, predicting results, whether the classification model or whatever we have to, that can be give the results. Now in here, just showing you a full view, that should be better. Okay. So in here, you can see the damaged car and damaged house. So especially for insurance claiming, once you can take the car picture and then just upload it, no need of verification from the man verification. It is directly climbing into the process, and after that, your insurance will be getting ready. I mean, the insurance payment will be hand over to you without any man interaction. So that is possible. You can try it. Okay, you just trying it. You just have to upload many images of damaged car, and after that, you have to apply many images of damaged house. So then it will go on process it. After that, it will give the results, how much it is damaged, whether it's a damage of the front end or front whatever the damage, it should give the result as in text format, and accordingly the insurance people they can give return back your money. Okay, so this kind of things are possible. You can apply with your local environment. And also for by using a computer vision, there are where is the car and where is the person and where is the building, and accordingly the self-driving car is also possible. Okay, nowadays the Google is working on it. And especially here, gesture recognition. So gesture means instead of TV remote, we can have the gesture, and from that gesture, see whether it's a second channel or third channel, and whatever the channel we want it, we can proceed it. Just a minute. Yeah. So this kind of things is possible by using the computer vision. And one more thing, I already told you, we should have for computer vision. There are a lot of applications are there, especially for Python and OpenCV. There are a lot of applications. There are a lot of libraries is available. Once you need your data or somewhere you have to capture the data, then you have to apply it. Okay, I'm just giving the same cartoon character. So the different emotions, okay, happy, sad, or frustrated, or fear, anything we can having it. Okay, so after that we have to upload it. Whether it's a happy, we have to give the tag of happy. Whether it's a sad, we have to give the tag of sad. And after that we have to train it. Then whatever the new image we are giving it, that should be automatically predicted whether it's a sad or happy or whatever we want. Okay, so before that we should have to work out with some of the algorithms, and especially it is drawing with our face, and it has to embedded with our face, and the marker should be, and the marking will be there, and based on the marking, whatever the movement we are doing it our face, then it can be visible to the other side. Okay, so that the computer vision can be trained by using the face recognition. For example, that E, F, D, and D1, F1, and here everything is alphabets, and left hand side everything is alphabets, and right hand side is within 1. So here E means E1, F means F1, D means D1. Okay, so that way we have to train it, and especially with the eyes and nose, how we are doing, because our faces, our Indian faces, maximum unique faces, so that easily the computer vision can be trained. And after the training we can getting it whether anger means how much anger in terms of 1, right? If it is a full anger, we can get the 1. Otherwise contempt and disgust, fear, happiness, neutral, sad, or surprise. So these kind of things we can train it, and then we can upload it. So make sure you should know a small application is called OpenCV, otherwise a Python. There are a lot of codes are available. You can make your own face whenever you are uploading your face. Then should be coming this kind of features. Okay, in that by using a computer vision. And the computer vision having a lot of advantages, especially in here in a overall one a big hall. How many people? Maybe 1 or 2 or more than 2 members. Multiple peoples are available, and for them, what is the gender they belongs to, and what age group, and we have to set it a unique personal ID. So this can be used for especially the attendance recognition system. So normally what now we are doing it, we have to take a physical attendance in our classes. Okay, maybe after COVID-19 situation, people have to maintain the social distance, right? In that case, even a camera is more than enough. Even our mobile camera is more than enough to record our attendance. Okay, so the personal ID based on their face, they should be recognized as a attendance, and whatever the emotions during the class also we can recording it, and accordingly we have to customize our own delivery of the content. So many people are sleeping. We can see that many people are sleepy right now. So we have to change the content. We have to make a new content. Otherwise, we have to go for some stories. Okay, so that way we have to improve the quality by using the computer vision. And yeah, there is a possibility. There are some kind of algorithms are available, whether it's a real person or fake or spoofed person. Okay, because there is only the we have to analyze the 3D features of the face. Okay, not only the photo. If you are giving the photo, that should not be recognized. Okay, so everything should be a 3D kind of things. So we have to take a 2 to 3 frames of our own image. Then from the 3 frames, you have to analyze it. How many changes are there in the 3 frames? So whether it's X, Y, and Z axis. Okay, if it is X and Y or Z axis about the 3 frames, there are some light variations are there. So then it is a 3D object. Okay, so that way we can make some decision whether it's a real person or fake person, especially for attendance systems. So how it is possible nowadays? Especially the mask. The whomever wearing the mask, or they don't wearing the mask. Okay, so we have to set the data sets, load the face mask data sets, and train a face mask classifier with TensorFlow or Keras, whatever you can use. Actually, this class is about, I don't use some tools, because if we are using some tools, there are a lot of time is needed. Okay, so we need at least 2 to 3 hours we have to complete the classes. But I'm telling you, there are tools are available, and tomorrow there are new tool also will be coming. Okay, if I am giving a older tool, tomorrow there is new tool will be coming. But if you know the concepts very well, you can apply any tool. Why we have to apply a tool? You can create your own tool, right? So that is the motivation should have. So first of all, you should understand the fundamentals of the machine learning and artificial intelligence. Okay, that way this webinar is, you should understand the fundamentals of the artificial intelligence and the machine learning. Then we can apply any tool. Otherwise, we can create our own tool. Even the C++, Java, or Python, anything you can be used by creating your own tool. Okay, so that way you can just giving the training of a mask, whether they are doing an apply of face mask detector, and you should apply a new image, whether the mask without mask or with mask. Then it has to extract the each number of each of the face, and it has to give the results. Okay, now I am showing the second picture. After that, see here, not only the person wearing mask or not, okay, it also giving the result of which model he is wearing the mask. Okay, watch what kind of model, whether it's a N95 or whatever the model he is wearing, whether it's a small cloth mask or whatever the mask. So this gonna be a feature in our pandemic situation, right? What kind of mask he is wearing, whether it's the mask is safer or not. So we should know it, right? So by using because we cannot go and check nearby, right? So once it is the computer, once it is a photo is uploaded from the camera, video camera, the photo is there, that should be predicted, and then it is giving the result. Okay, that way that is the actual need of the computer vision nowadays. So there are a lot of application in COVID-19 situation, especially with computer vision. They are diagnosis by using X-ray and CT scan, and prevention, and in terms of prevention and control, they have using the diagnosis and prognosis and thermography and pandemic drones. Their drones also possible. They are doing it, and germs screening. Okay, so maybe they are using a prevention and control before that, whatever the which areas should be germ screening. Okay, that kind of things they are doing it right now. And clinical management and treatment, they are using a clinical patient screening and support for vaccination development, especially for data science. They are doing it kind of clinical management and treatment sites. And computer vision is you can apply in your own life. I mean, in your own house you can apply it. Just should be in order. Your for example, see there in your fridge should be in order, and the first row will be vegetables, and second row will be the groceries, and third row will be the ice creams or whatever you want. Okay, you can make some order, and you can have the Raspberry Pi with a camera, and whenever it is whenever there is a demand, okay, whenever there is, we should have order something. Okay, instead of orders from our side, the computer vision from the Raspberry Pi itself, it is giving the order from our mobile phone. From our mobile phone, it is going for kind of e-commerce mobile apps. Then the order will be placed. This is possible. And from using computer vision, maybe you have to spend maybe 1,000 to 2,000 of rupees. That's it. And you have to develop your mobile apps by your if you are a faculty, you can just utilize your expertise from your students. If you are a student, plus you have to utilize your other students expertise, then you can make a mobile app of your own. Okay, so that way we have to promote computer vision for us. Okay, so first of all, we should be a user. So then only once we are satisfied, only then we can make some other users. Just a minute. Okay, and especially from these are the things. Everything is kind of things are called software. So far we have done only for software. Now it is we are going for robotics. There are robotics are there, robotics kind of industrial robots, and man-like robots. Okay, something like animals-like robots or man-like robots. Everything is called humanoid. Okay, that's called humanoid. And also industrial robots. So industrial robots are kind of making a machine or making a food products and making a car or aircraft. These kind of robots are industrial robots. So the robotics is the part of the AI, and robotics actually the part of the mechanical engineering, right? So they are using mechanicals and mechatronics, and from that robotics, and we should apply the artificial intelligence. Then we can have the actual measure of the artificially intelligent robots. Okay, so that is the future of our thing. And now, how we can apply the AI with the robotics? So robotics is having some vision. Maybe the camera we can use it for vision, and kind of mic we can use it for hearing thing, and anything is kind of same. Whatever we are having in our human senses, so that same senses we have to replicate it. They can play the games, and there is a one technique called reinforcement learning. So the reinforcement learning, the primary usage of the reinforcement learning is a robotics field. There are applications are there in a software domain also, but the primary features is from the reinforcement, the robotic side only. Okay, because we have to assign some task, right? So based on the task, you should respond, and the task should be completed. That is the main agenda. Whether you are going to completing with the 10, that's not a problem. So the task should be completed. So how many steps it is taking it? So that is the based on the artificial intelligence. Okay, so whether it's a pathfinding robo, and whether it is the kind of industrial kind of automation, whether it's a simple painting robots, whether this kind of mobile phone, it should be painting. Okay, the painter. So whenever the 360 angle we have to rotate it, and it should be painted. So somewhere it is not painted. Okay, so again we have to rotate the 360 angle, then it should be painted. Okay, so this is the kind of concept called reinforcement learning. So reinforcement learning is nothing but it should be complete the all task, whatever the assignment given to them, it has to complete. That's all. And robotics, if you are you may seen a lot of robotics in our news channels and kind of technology magazines. So everything they have their own purpose. There is no much intelligent robot. Okay, everything is below our intelligence only, and but whatever the task given to them, it will do that. Okay, just like Asimo, it can fight, and fight in the sense it can, whatever we are doing it, and it will be copy, and then it will do it. Okay, and it can serve it, and it can Okay, now can you see that? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Now this is the overall view of AI. One is a symbolic learning. From the symbolic learning, computer vision is there, and robotics is there, and that's a kind of symbolic learning. And if you go for machine learning, there is a statistical model, that's kind of a speech recognition and an NLP, natural language processing. These two we already seen it. What is speech recognition and natural language processing? And before that we have seen about the computer vision, also robotics in the symbolic learning part. In this way, especially in deep learning part, we have to work out with the neural networks. So neural networks is nothing but it is the it is the key. They are actually keep on trying for more than 30 years. Okay, how to replicate our own brain. how to replicate our brain cells, how our brain activity is there. So based on the brain activity, they are doing the same thing in our computer vision. Okay, the computer vision or robotics or anything. Okay, so now we have to concentrate on the convolutional neural networks and recurrent neural networks. And before that, these are the everything. I mean, this is the complete perspective from the computer science and artificial intelligence. I think you can able to you can visualize it whatever we have covered so far. Okay, so we have covered computer vision, robotics, image processing, speech organization, and NLP. Now we have to go for a deep learning and RNN, CNN, computer vision, and image organization, and also supervised and unsupervised this kind of machine learning concepts. Okay, so this is the only for your own verification how much you have learned it so far. And neural networks. So this is a neural network. It makes mistakes. It learns from them. Be like a neural network. Okay, something like we are learning from the artificial intelligence. Okay, so far whatever we are doing it from the human, only the robots is learning. I mean, artificial intelligence is learning. Just like whatever you are doing it, it is copying from us and it is learning. But in terms of neural networks, whatever the mistakes it's happened, it is learning from them. Okay, so we have to be like a neural networks. It is advice from the neural networks researchers. So neural networks is the kind of features. Okay, and we have input layers. We can give the input layers same thing like a image and edges. And what are the images edges we have to give it? That's a hidden layer 1 and hidden layer 2 combination of edges. We can give a multiple combination of edges. And hidden layer 3 object models, whether the the same people or different people. Otherwise, the same people maybe turning right side or left side, or seeing upside or downside. So every aspects we have to give it. For example, in your own image, you can multiply with 200 kind of types. Okay, even a 2000 kind of types, or 2 million types of types. You have to multiply with your own image. Something like you have to crop it. Otherwise, you just make a color changes. Otherwise, you can make a kind of reverse one or mirror one. Anything you can change it. Okay, and then this is the complete training by using a deep neural network. That's called a DNN. After that, if you are giving some sample image, that should be coming. Okay, this image is 90% is similar to you, so that results will be coming. Okay, so this is a simple example how the neural networks is happening. And there is a single layer. You can have some kind of features, some kind of results. But if it is a two layer in the sense, two hidden layers, and you can get some kind of extendable features and good results. And if it is a 3 layer or more than 3 layers, you can get the much accuracy on it. So this is very much important. How many hidden layers are there, that much accuracy you can get it. Okay, so this is a knowledge, and this you have to know it today. And there are some kind of there is one more topic is called convolutional neural networks. The convolutional neural networks is a point of neural networks. Excuse me. So from the convolutional neural networks, it will taking a pool of images, and from the pool of images, and it will compare with the fully connected already uploaded images. From the already uploaded images, it is comparing with every pixels, right? Each and every pixels of that, maybe the corners of the images or content of the images, or the shape of the images. So each and every pixel it has to compare it, and after that it is producing the output. Okay, so finally there is a boat in the left side, and output prediction: dog is 0.01 and cat is 0.04 and boat is 0.94. Okay, so it is predicting from the convolutional neural networks. So there are a lot of algorithm in a convolutional neural networks, but you should know the concept. Okay, then you can apply any algorithms. The next one, yeah, recurrent neural networks. The recurrent neural networks is something like we have to train in the networks itself. For example, if we have a features, only your photo and your son photo, okay, and you have to predict it from your younger photo. Are you getting the point? I will come to the display over here. Yeah, that recurrent neural networks it's not a convolutional neural networks. Recurrent neural networks is something like as a dad, I mean the photo is there, and that dad, that child photo, at the time, that childhood time, they might have some photos, right? So now the actual child photo is there, and we have to train with our old photo, I mean as a dad or whatever the person, and from that we have to train the photos, and after that our own child photo, how the child photo look like in after 30 years. Okay, so this way is the actual point of past things. Yes, it's from our yesterday's, otherwise it is taking the input from our previous data, so that we can easily train our data, and then we can easily predict it, especially in the image processing, and also medical data processing, and also share market predicting. So this kind of algorithm can only will work it. Okay, so yeah, and we have a limited number of time. So I think you are clear on it. So the totally now what is the machine learning is about. So far we have seen that technical concept, which is the features of the machine learning. Now we are just come to the core concept, which is a supervised learning and unsupervised learning. And supervised learning, if you go for a supervised learning, there is a classification and regression. And unsupervised learning, it's a point of the clustering. So we'll see one by one. Yeah. So we should have a small case study on it. It's a online shopping review, online product review as a case study. See this example. We should have a online. We have a online shopping product review. In that product review, there is a product called the cookies biscuits. Okay, so one person is giving a feedback as tasting too good, rating as 4 stars. The other person giving a good rating of a rating of it's not bad, I mean it's a good or whatever, but she is giving only rating of 2 stars only. Okay, and there are so many persons will be coming and they are giving the reviews. So the first name of the classification, the first part of the classification is binary classification. Binary classification is only two. One is a class 0 or class 1, or class 1 or class 2. Okay, anything is only 2. Okay, so whether the positive or negative or whatever may be. So only the 2 classes are there. So for product name is cookies, here n number of reviews with class labels. Class label means whether it's a positive class or negative class, and positive reviews may have a stars and negative reviews may have a stars. And model has been trained. The model, how it is creating the model means there are million of people giving the reviews, not only 100 people or 1000 people, there are million of people giving the reviews. And with also with the stars, whatever the stars they are rating, also they are giving it, and the words also they are giving the review. So in terms of stars, we are taking it, it is a more than 3 we can consider as a positive review, and less than or equal to 2 we can consider as a negative review. Okay, so that way we can process it, and if you are processing it, we can get the visualization of this kind of image, completely positive image, and I mean positive review and a negative review. Okay, and this is the future we can getting it, and this is the line. This line is actually the second picture. You can see the line. That line is actually the borderline of the positive and negative review for in terms of class 1 or class 2. Okay, So this is one way of binary classification, that's called a binary classification. And there is another term called the multi-class classification. So for example, the cookies, the taste of the cookies, maybe the bitter taste or sweet taste or salty or no taste. Okay, so based on the people, they can review it. Okay, so a number of reviews with the class labels are 1 2 3 4 here, and review with the stars. Okay, the same way, but model has been trained in terms of 4 classes. Now we have 4 classes, not only 2 classes. We only have a 2 classes, that's a binary class classification, and we have a multiple more than 2. Okay, so that's called n+1 classes. So that is called the multi-class classification. And I'm this side, you should know it in English. Multiple means it is a more than one, right? But in this machine learning, if you are using a multiple means, it is a more than 2. It is visible, right? Okay. Multi means more than 1 in a normal English, but multi-learning, multi means more than 2. Why means 2 means binary, right? So 2 means binary. So the binary for 2, and after the 2, above, I mean the higher than 2 is called the multi-class. Okay, so this is, you should know it before going for complete session of the classification. Okay, the next one, multi-label classification. So this is the also the part of the classification. Binary classification, you know, plus or minus or positive or negative, that's we already know it. And multi-class classification is that same image, that image which the image which belongs to that. Okay, and whether the image, this image is dog, yeah, this image is dog, so you can, it has the dog features, so that it is predicting it as a dog. Multi-label classification is there are many objects or many animals or many birds. Okay, so everything is have some label. While we're giving a training itself, for example, if you are visiting some kind of bird sanctuary, the bird sanctuary having a multiple birds, 1,000 or 2,000 birds in the same row, it will be sitting, or multiple birds will be there, but different birds type will be there. Okay, in that also the neural net, I mean the image, the neural network has to classify it by using a multiple classification. Okay, so that way we can predict it. So in this image, the dog is there, I mean the cat is there, bird is there. Okay, so that way we can predict. Even if you are going a deep thing, that's called a deep learning. And what is the bird? Okay, here actually eagle is there, but we can predict only the bird, because whatever the training image is availability, based on that it is predicting the bird. But we can go in even deeper also. So the second case study, regression analysis. So far we have seen only classification. Now the regression. Regression, here I am giving a small kind of data sets. What is actually the rainfall as well as the crop yield. So here the crops means I am taking as apples and oranges is crops in terms of the tons. This is the regions from US, and from that the prediction can be happen. Okay, if it is a 73 temperature, rainfall is 63, humidity is 43, then the apples is 56 and the orange is 70. But even temperature is 1 or 2 and rainfall is only 43 and humidity is 37, then apples is only 22. So based on the previous data, we can analyze it when we can predict something. So this is not actually the classification problem. This is a regression problem. From the regression problem, we can easily predict it, but we cannot maintain the whatever the predicted result, that cannot be happened. So why? Because we have real-time data with us. Regression analyzing by using a COVID situation. There have used a cake kind of, I mean the complete circle. I mean the predictor value is they have predicted. You can see the second picture, which is a down picture. So they have predicted something, the curve, but the cases have increased. It is sometimes it is decreased. But anyway, the prediction model is good. I mean in terms of regression analysis, the prediction model is good. So this way, even for share market analyzing and for rainfall or anything, whether the people will be studying or not, whether the people will be good or bad. So anything is possible, but we need a data. But that data should be trained data, right? So that way we can do it. So these two concepts, I think you will be clear on it by classification as well as the regression. Now we have one more topic, and after that we will finish our presentation. Okay. So it's a clustering. So faculties, we are very much sure what is a clustering. Okay, but even though because we don't give any kind of labels on it, so that will predict itself. There are algorithms. There are a lot of algorithms, and I don't use what kind of algorithm we have to use it. I don't give the review on that. But anyway, as a clustering by color, a bunch of things, maybe the fruits or shapes or some kind of things will be there in a basket, and based on that, it should be clustering. Okay. So by color we can clustering it, by shape we can clustering it, by size we can clustering it. In terms of human, we can clustering by using a BMI model. We can cluster by using height, and we can clustering by using weight. And in terms of phone, we can clustering by using a price of the phone, and we can cluster by using the size of the phone. Anything that clustering means, we should not having any kind of data we have to give it. I mean, for training purpose. Okay, that should be cluster, and automatically it should be clustering from the given the data. Okay, from that we can get the fruitful results whichever we want it. Okay, so nowadays map and how much percentage of the greenery is there in our city, and how much percentage of water is there, and how much empty land is there. So these things can be easily doing by the clustering. So my humble request is, please apply your own data sets. Please take your own data sets, and kindly you just apply existing algorithms which is already free of cost. It is available, Python as well as OpenCV or many platform is available. And but you should be, that concept is very much you have to clear on the concept. Okay, so these concepts are even for clustering and classification and regression model. First of all, you should know what kind of model we can work out. Okay, and based on the data sets and what kind of model we can work out, and based on that we can have the multiple features. Okay, and finally only one term. Yeah. Now I already told that there is a product name is for cookies. Okay, and one people have given a negative review and one people have given a positive review. The food taste is good or not. I mean, especially the first slide I have shown you. And now I just you have to look for detailed about the data sets. If you are looking at the data sets, product ID is there and review is there. I mean, the product review, user ID is there, profile name is there, whether it's a review helpful or okay, review score will be there, review time and review summary. And what is the review summary? You have to look it. The review summary is good quality dog food. It is not a food of mankind can having it. It is a dog food. So now that completely we have to change it, our whole process, right? So once we should understand the data sets, we should not have the food, we should not have the dog food, and then we cannot review it, right? So for that only our intelligence is needed. We should not apply simply, we should not apply the blindfold things. We have to apply, no, nothing like that. We have to apply, first of all, we have to apply our own intelligence. Then, first of all, you should understand the data sets, whether artificial intelligence can be applicable or not. For that kind of features, you have to you have to think over it. Then we have to apply whether it comes under the machine vision problem, otherwise classification or regression, or otherwise neural networks with kind of simple clustering things. Okay, so this way first you should understand the data sets properly, then only we can apply any kind of problems. Okay, then only we can have the optimal solution on it. So artificial intelligence, is there, but we are most intelligent on that. So I mean, at the end of the webinar, we came. Please apply your own intelligence, and you have to create your data sets on your day-to-day activity. How much steps you are daily you are doing the jogging, and how much weight you are reducing based on the jogging. Okay, these kind of things you can use your own data sets. If you want to publish a paper, you can publish it. That can be a very good paper for your resume. And if you want to do the project, just apply the, again I'm just repeating, you have to apply the AI concept in the project, whatever the project. Okay, maybe the civil project or electrical project, electronic project, whatever the project may be, but you have to apply the AI concept in it. And please don't stop with the projects. Okay, you have to extend the project into the product. Okay, so that way our society will be useful. Okay, so these are the slides for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
May I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. It's audible.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I have picked some questions from the chat box. And
Yeah.
what type of algorithms can be used in AI? That's question from Nadia, ma'am.
Okay. What kind of algorithm means in which, ma'am? I mean, they are, whether they have mentioned anything, any kind of
No,
logics on it.
specifically, they didn't mention anything. So, what
Okay.
type
Okay.
of algorithms can be used in AI?
Okay, okay. So in terms of machine learning, I mean, we have two type of algorithms. One is supervised and unsupervised. I mean, that's a kind of complete classification. So in supervised algorithm, there are a lot of supervised algorithms are available, and unsupervised learning, there are a lot of unsupervised algorithms are available. First of all, you should know your problem statement, and based on the problem statement only, you can apply the algorithms. Okay, so better to instead of applying a direct algorithm, you can just attempt by using your own programming knowledge, C++ or Java. So that way we can enable our own creativity in applying algorithms.
Okay, thank you, sir. And one
Yes.
more query. Whether the AI is used for online teaching, a query from Vinod, sir.
Yes, Vinod.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Vinod, you will be surprising. I am doing my research on AI with e-learning stuffs. So how the e-learning can be customized based on the learning style of the people. Okay, so that way we can customize the learning content and deliver it. It's not kind of man intervention. And how to train means train means there's a data sets. We have to apply our sample data with the small populations, and from the small populations we have to get the feedback, and that feedback should be trained into the AI algorithms. Okay, so then only we can make a workable model by using AI in terms of e-learning model or learning domains.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. After watching your presentation, I'm impressed to implement AI. It's my own
Okay.
question. Which one is best for AI implementation, whether R or Python?
If we that's a based on your data sets, ma'am. If it is a data sets or kind of scientific data sets, for example, it's a kind of sensors, and per second you will be triggering a lot of GBs kind of data. Then you can be using for R. Otherwise, Python is better for using for having a kind of small set of prototypes. Python is better. You can make a practice on the Python.
Okay, thank you, sir. And a query from Naveen, sir. It looks like a research topic. What are the recent machine learning algorithms used in industries now for to make machines to think and act like humans?
Yeah, again, I am telling you, it's a kind of a sensor model, right? So, for example, if we are seeing some unknown language, if I'm seeing a Urdu language, I won't be getting anything. So even though I am intelligent, maybe I'm just telling, I mean, humans are intelligent, but without knowing it, how we can identify it, right? So everything should be learning, right? So the learning should be happen. So the Urdu can be trained such a way that it is writing from not from left to right. It should be writing from right to left. So that can be trained. So yeah, the language. I mean the algorithm in the point of algorithm, I can say K means clustering is enough. Otherwise, we can go for naive Bayes. Naive Bayes is good. There are a lot of regression algorithms also available, and especially that we have to train such a way how actually we are getting trained. So that way we have to train the system, then it will work it. It's like a child. It doesn't know anything, right? So whatever we need it, whenever 1 year or 2 year child, it is asking the question, and we are just give the explanation, right? So that way we have to give the practice in by using the machine learning models.
Thank you, sir. One more query. Whether
Yeah.
artificial intelligence replace to SPSS software for research?
I'm just telling that there are two kind of things in data science. One is data mining and machine learning, right? So data mining is completely different. I mean, data mining is in the sense we have a data, and from that we just collecting the say information. That's the information retrieval, right? So that SPS is what they are doing it. That is doing the information retrieval. That's a one-way process. So we are giving the input, and we just process it, and then we are getting the output. So that is the information we are getting it. That's the SPSS. But in our machine learning thing, we don't give the data as a input. We just giving the algorithms as a input. Okay, algorithms or procedure or data. I mean the data model as a input. Okay. For example, literally I can tell it's a mathematical formula we are giving it. That's all. And based on that mathematical formula, it is from the input, it is getting it, and it is giving output as maybe the classification model, or prediction model, or anything kind of anything kind of clustering model. So this kind of model is giving. So SPS is completely different, and machine learning is based on the feedback. I mean, whenever we are giving the feedback, and based on the feedback only, it is trained from that. It is automatically will be getting the trained, and then it is giving the output. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
one
SPSS will be there. Always will be there. Okay.
Hmm.
For statistical kind of researchers, SPSS will be there.
Can we use MATLAB for AI implementation?
MATLAB is very much needed. Yes, MATLAB is, we can use it. There are a lot of features and algorithms are there. MATLAB tools are available, especially in machine learning algorithms.
Thank you, sir. Sir, really, thank you very much for your much informative and excellent presentation. Really, it's an awesome to learn with your practical explanation. You made it possible at this evening. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
I thank all the participants for your patience and support. I request you all to submit the feedback form, and certificate will be reaching you before the 26th of June 2020. I request Ms. Yasmin, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Application, to post the feedback form in the chat box.
Okay. So I will be I will be in online, because I'm just okay. You can just go and fill in the feedbacks form, and there are a lot of interesting questions are there. So just I
Yes,
just
sir.
want to,
So
yeah.
that is what I want to share with you. Many of them requested your PPT, as well as here I can able to see the questions here. So with your permission, I'm sharing your PPT to them along with the certificate, as well as I'm sharing your email ID also. So let them contact to you through email.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. I hope everyone will be doing the next project on AI and machine learning. Okay.
Yes.
So this time you can utilize your research capabilities on AI and machine learning, so that I can. It will be useful for your career as well as your. I mean, your research. I mean, if you are a research scholar, that can be good, and also if you are practicing any kind of startups, you can apply your AI and especially with design thinking principles, you can use it. Okay. And there is a question called from Vinod, right? The same, I think. Okay. um, Visualization and images. Okay. um, oh, you just given the feedback. Okay, okay. So how the expert system is different from AI and ML, combination of AI and expert system? Yeah, expert system even in our mobile phone is a expert system. See, for example, whatever the, if you are doing, if you are just uh, having a selfie with that, and even within a selfie itself, it is predicting our age. Okay. So that features is actually the expert system features. So expert system is something is called um, whatever we need it, that information has to retrieve from the process. Okay, so that's called expert system. And AI, yeah, especially system is mainly useful for medical domain. And now the COVID-19, actually the virus is initially identified by the machine learning process. By using image processing only, they have identified the virus initially. Otherwise, it may affect so many people. Okay, so expert system is, we call as a expert system. Even the our washing machine and automated washing machine and fridge and everything is an expert system. Whatever the program in it. Okay, so that program and the combination of the program, and it should have some principles of AI think, that is expert system. Okay, so not a kind of fully hardware or fully software. It's a combination of both. Okay, so I will leave now. I mean, virtually, you can have your feedback and then you can proceed.
Yes, sir. Dear participants, the feedback link will be shared in the chat box. Kindly see your chat box, check your chat box, please. So can you able to visible the feedback link? Sir, let me confirm the feedback link is in chat box. No, you can
Okay,
able to
okay.
see.
You can check it in our YouTube link, ma'am. Okay, we are sharing the feedback. I think you didn't getting it. I will be sharing the feedback link. Just a minute. So from the name of Rajkumar R, you will be getting the feedback link. Okay, you can fill it.